A young man is standing next to a parked car with its windows down. Valuables are sitting on the seat. Suddenly, the driver returns, charging toward him and demanding to know what he's doing there. This reaction is the byproduct of a social trust vacuum. In modern urban environments, the default setting for most people is to assume that a stranger lingering near their property is looking for an opportunity to cause harm. The driver doesn't ask for an explanation or look for context. He operates entirely on a negative bias, jumping to the conclusion that a crime is in progress based solely on the young man's presence. The tension breaks when the young man explains he was actually guarding the car because the windows were left open. In an instant, the moral high ground shifts, leaving the driver's aggression looking completely misplaced. These moments of immediate, hostile judgment often reveal more about our own internal cynicism than the actual reality of the person standing in front of us. As the woman and her driver prepare to leave, the young man runs back. He explains he left his wallet at home and asks if he can borrow exactly $10 for the bus. The driver immediately laughs, feeling his earlier suspicions are finally validated. To him, this is the inevitable ask, the moment the stranger proves he was actually looking for a payout the whole time. This scale represents a strict transaction. While the driver sees greed, the young man is asking for something different, the exact $10 required for a specific bus fare. He isn't seeking a windfall, he is seeking utility. When someone operates on a rigid code of honor, asking for only what they need and nothing more, it often confuses those who view every interaction as an opportunity for exploitation. The woman ignores her driver's cynicism. She pulls out her purse and offers the young man a stack of cash that is worth far more than the $10 he requested. Instead of taking the money, the young man steps back. He refuses the offer, stating clearly that the amount is too much, before turning to walk away. This model illustrates transactional debt. A disproportionately large gift creates a psychological burden. The recipient isn't just getting cash, they're forced into profound indebtedness. In a crisis, maintaining dignity and autonomy is paramount. They'd rather go without than accept a gift making them feel small. He sets another boundary when she offers him a ride. He hesitates, worried that his dirty clothes will make a mess in her car, showing a meticulous desire not to impose any cost on her for her kindness. This is the friction point where many charitable efforts fail. If the exchange threatens the recipient's sense of self-worth, they will often reject the help entirely. Once inside the car, the setting changes. The public tension of the street gives way to the quiet intimacy of a shared journey. The details of his life begin to emerge. His mother passed away 2 years ago. Now his father is in the hospital after a construction accident and needs surgery in 2 days. To pay for that surgery, he had to drop out of school. He is no longer a student. He is the sole provider, working whatever jobs he can find to keep his father alive. The woman stops trying to manage the situation and simply listens. She is processing the actual scale of the crisis, a situation far larger than a $10 bus fare. True empathy requires us to stop trying to fix things immediately. We have to be willing to sit with the facts until we understand the full weight of what the other person is carrying. They arrive at the hospital, and the woman makes one last attempt at direct help. She tries to hand him the money for the surgery right there in the car. He refuses again. Even in the face of a life-altering medical bill, his pride won't allow him to accept a handout from a stranger he just met. The direct model of charity has reached its breaking point. This routing diagram shows why the direct approach failed. The path between her resources and his father's bills is blocked by the barrier of his pride. To reach him, the help has to take an indirect route, one that bypasses the interaction entirely. This new path requires her to remove the audience, eliminate any expectation of a thank you, and provide a systemic solution rather than a temporary fix. When pride makes it impossible for someone to accept help, the most effective thing a giver can do is remove themselves from the equation. She has her driver follow the young man into the hospital. Without saying a word to him, she finds the administrators, pays for the surgery in full, and leaves a check to cover his tuition so he can go back to school. Then she simply disappears. She doesn't wait for him to come out. She doesn't leave a note, and she doesn't ask for updates. She leaves before he even knows what she's done. This is zero-transaction altruism. It is a form of intervention that provides complete relief without demanding any social, emotional, or financial debt in return. True kindness is not a performance, and it doesn't need an audience. It is the quiet, invisible work of fixing a person's future without asking for a single word of credit.